Oh yeah, and hey, I gotta make a mention. Bill Hamill does the voice of the Navarre Raiders.
Voice of Navarre. Hello.
Appreciate you tuning in and watching, going here live tonight. Basically, hopefully we'll have.
We're getting ready to talk about them, so that was a nice segue.
Nice segue here a little bit. We're going to talk about Navarre a little bit. Navarre's up there in this range, but hopefully maybe we'll get. One point sometime during the season, we'll actually be able to bring Irish Bill on and talk a little bit what's going on in Navarre, maybe a little bit of Panhandle. He keeps an eye on the Panhandle, does a nice job there, and I think he's on the Jock Jive is where I think he's at. So that's right. Where he's over there. He does Navarre there. So Irish Bill, appreciate you tuning in and watching and thing. But we're going to get started with the 6A rankings here. Get into that after that nice little discussion on the potential 5P, but. 6A to by me is by far the best classification in the state in terms, especially in the higher classifications. I mean, you've got it's loaded. The teams are loaded in this classification. Mm-hmm. 5 on the bubbles: Charlotte, Sebastian River, Clearwater, Niceville, and Fort Myers. Those are your.
Niceville's on the bubble.
Niceville's on the bubble. Niceville's on the bubble for there's some. In terms of scheduling, they didn't get any of the Pensacola teams. There's a reason why I've heard of it, but I'm not going to go into it. But there's none of the Pensacola teams scheduled them for the next 2 years. So basically, Niceville sit with a 9-game schedule. They're playing Austin Westlake, which is actually ranked in the Texas rankings that just came out today. So they're going to play Austin Westlake. Niceville will later. Actually, within the first few weeks, I believe it's like week 3 or week 4 is when they're playing. I might get a correction from Irish Bill. I'm not looking at the schedule directly here at the moment. Maybe Marty will probably look at the schedule here in a moment. But
Navarre or the
Niceville.
Sorry, Niceville. Sorry,
Niceville.
I was looking at Navarre.
Yeah, Niceville. Navarre and Niceville will still play each other. I believe they're still in the schedule as well. I think into the season as well. But again, Charlotte, Sebastian River, Clearwater, Niceville, Fort Myers. Those are your 5 on the bubble here. And now we get to go into the first half of the top 10. And here we go. Top 10. Naples at 10. St. Augustine at 9. Lake Gibson 8. Vanguard 7. Navarre number 6. So Irish Bill, your Navarre Raiders are at number 6.
And Niceville is playing Westlake September. You were asking about who they were playing they're playing a team from New Orleans too.
Yeah, they're playing a team from they are, but
Tech. And they play at Navarre to close the season. But yeah, look at these.
This class. I'm going to catch some flack from the people from Charlotte. I know it because I have Naples ahead of Charlotte. Naples didn't get to the state semifinals, but Charlotte lost a lot from that team last year.
Speaking of guys going into the Hall of Fame, Naples, Bill Kramer.
Bill Kramer, that's another guy we'll see. So we get to mention the Hall of Famers here tonight as well. So, but Naples, I feel a little bit more confident about Naples because of Bill Kramer. I mean, Binky Waldrop does a fabulous job at Charlotte. Don't get me wrong, folks, but Charlotte, I mean, to me right now, folks, Charlotte's going to have to prove a little bit more, especially the fact that they've lost a lot of talent. It's not going to be as easy to replace that talent from a state semifinal team. But, Charlotte, we still got you on the radar, so don't panic. Reasoning for Lake Gibson at number 8. They lost their quarterback from last year. They actually lost a few key players during the summer to Lakeland. So that kind of put them a little bit further down on my list. I'm not as confident about Lake Gibson being able to make that run back to state again. Maybe they can prove me wrong. This is why they play the games on the field. And again, if you want to talk about rankings are a total crapshoot during the preseason. I mean, that's always
they are. And you look at this, Vanguard was a team that we probably thought was going to go to Orlando last year from this area.
Right.
They led Lake Gibson late in their game in the regional final and lost. St. Augustine lost to Navarre in a region final round. Navarre ended up going down to the state semis. So, yeah, this bottom 5, they're not a bottom 5 at all. They're 6 through 10. They're really good, and any of these teams could easily be in the top 5 as the season goes on.
Yeah, and Irish Bill is like Niceville plays at Westlake Week 3, so I was ready.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
That's what
this top 5. I think this is probably the most loaded top 5 you're going to see in any classification to start off the preseason in this state.
Wow.
I don't.
Well,
if you're a betting person,
if you're in Miami, get ready.
You're a betting person. You're a betting person here.
No.
I told y'all, I warned y'all that this is a potential of 3 teams from the same district being in the top 3.
And now you can make the playoffs.
And now
Miami
you can make
Central, who was left out last year, would have made the playoffs last year.
But here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go. 5 Armwood, 4 Mainland, 3 Miami Central, 2 Miami Northwestern, and 1 Miami Carroll City, defending 6A champion. basically all three of those teams are nationally ranked actually in that thing. So by some the different rankings out there, and I can't tell you enough of really what's going on. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight in District 6A 16.
And again, you got to feel for Mainland because they're always here. They're always 10-0, 10-1. And how are they going to get past these teams on top of them? I mean, they can, but they haven't been able to beat the Centrals, or they haven't been able to beat the Miami Carroll Cities. It's been the Miami teams and Armwood at number 5, and they're going to go through a coaching change with Coach
they got a coaching
change, but
the talent's still there. They still got talent.
Talent, but I mean, how are you going to get past that? I mean, literally, it's as if South Florida, the Miami area, has blockaded itself from the rest of Florida in 6A. You cannot get in there. Look at these teams: Carroll City, Northwestern, and Central. This has been the three teams that have dominated. Central won 4 in a row. Carroll City won last year in 6A. And Northwestern was in the postseason last year as well. So, I mean, yeah, that's going to be something to watch those three play each other down there. And, you're going to go over your top 25 in a moment, but it's loaded with 6A teams, and a lot of these teams are in Miami.
I mean, Miami. This is the big thing with Miami. It's just it's loaded. It's huge. I mean, there is just nothing. I can't stop talking about it because just Miami alone. I mean, these three teams. All three. They're going to make the playoffs. Don't tell me they're not going to. Some people were suggesting on Miami, Norland. Well, Norland's got to pick up. They got to show a little bit more flash on their end. So for right now, Norland, and they're kind of sitting outside looking in right this second, all the way out in their region. They're gonna that region 4. I mean, you're talking it's loaded in region 4. I mean, the top 5 in region 4 is just it's crazy because it's literally it's a tough region and I mean. Some people look at computer-generated rankings like, oh, we're in top 10. Well, no, not so fast here because the computer-generated rankings are only going based on numbers. We're talking other factors here in these rankings, and this is the big thing here. So, again, that top 5 in Class 6A, I think that's the most loaded top 5 in the state of Florida for preseason this year. Teams that are all basically could play for a state title at the end of the season if depending on how their luck runs, I would say.